Alright, so I'm going to show how to open up and disassemble this Dell Inspiron 15 7000 series 7547. So first what you want to do is just remove all the screws from the bottom. So this is using a PH or a J1. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the 4 on the bottom, they actually stay in place, but just unscrew them until they stop coming out. So just keep doing that until they stop coming out. And that's how you know that they're done. They will like start tipping to the side. Okay, once you remove all the screws, then what you want to do is go from the back here, use your fingers or a pry tool, and then you just pull on this silver layer. Don't pull on the layer below it. And once you do that, you can go underneath with a pry tool here or your fingernails, and you can lift that up. So just go like this, just go around, and then just go along the sides just like this, okay? And then do the same thing with the other side, just like this, okay? And pop that out. Once you get all of the front and back, or the sides and the back done, you can kind of wiggle this and this will pop off just like that, okay? Then you got the 4 screws. As you can see, there's these little washers that hold them in place, okay? All right, then you can set that aside. Once you do that, if you're gonna work on stuff like the screen cable, you'll want to disconnect the battery and then hold the power button for about 30 seconds just to be safe. So to disconnect the battery, it's a little tough. There's not really much you can grip here. So the best way you can do it is by removing the batteries. So take the batteries out here. So there's one here. All right, so another one here. Okay. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I believe that's all the screws. Once you remove those 5 screws, you can lift the back up just like this, okay, and then lift up the front. On this one, as you can see, the cable's actually going underneath, and then it's held down with some adhesive. So what you do is you just peel it up just like this, okay? Try and stay close. You don't to the where the adhesive is stuck. You don't want to kind of crease the cable or bend it over. Okay, once you get all of that out, then you can kind of grab as close as you can. It looks like they actually put a little tab here to pull on. So you can pull on this little tab and then just wiggle it. Don't pull really hard, just wiggle while you're pulling and it should pop out just like that, okay? All right. And if it's not coming out, just keep wiggling, be patient, and it'll eventually pop out. Don't try and yank it too hard or you can damage the cables here. Okay, so here you can see there's the trackpad cable. To remove this, just like all these other connectors, you just flip this little latch up and then you can pull the cable out. And then to put it back, you just put the cable back in and then put the latch back down. So this one has a piece of tape, so you have to kind of like bend it back further because the tape kind of makes it harder to go all the way back on its own. Okay. So just push that back in, and then you can put the latch back down. Okay, that's the same for the trackpad button cables here. And then also the backlight cable for the keyboard here. The keyboard cable, there's a latch here as well. And then you got the speaker cable that plugs in here. This is kind of like the battery connector. This one you can actually use like your fingernails or pry tools, and you kind of just wiggle it like this, and then it'll eventually pop out. Okay. All right, then you got also the DC jack connector here, and then you got a fan here for the CPU. If yours has a built-in GPU, then it'll have the graphics card fan here. Then you got the wireless card here. To get these out, you just go towards the back of the tail and just pop it up just like that. It'll come up at an angle just like that. And then to put it back, you just line it back up and then push it back down. Make sure it's completely lined up before you push it back down, or you can damage this. So sometimes it's a little difficult to see, but once you get it lined up, you'll know because you can't really move the cable back and forth, and then you can just pop it down. Once you take out the antennas, to remove it, you just undo this screw. It'll come up at an angle, all right, and then you can actually just wiggle this out and pull it out. So to put it back, just put it back in at an angle like that, and then push it back down. Okay. All right, and then just put the screw back in. Okay, so that's very similar to how the RAM comes out, so I'll show you the RAM. Make sure these cables go back between these little foam pads. Okay. I'll just rest like that. Okay. Alright, and then the RAM, you'll have to lift these little tabs up. So they put some adhesive, just peel it up, just like that. Okay, then you can see the sticks of RAM. You just pull these little things to the side. Make sure you're pulling just the little springy parts here. Make sure you're not pulling something below and damaging it. So this is PC3L12800S, so DDR3 RAM 12800. That's what you want to order. Okay. Alright, so put this back in. Again, you put it back at an angle like that, and then you can push it down and the clips will hold in place. Alright, then you got the CMOS battery here. It looks like to remove it, what you do is you use like a little flathead screwdriver, and then you can pull it down this way and then just pop it out. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to reset their BIOS. But yeah, then you got the LCD connector here. So to remove that, I usually will grab this and then using my fingernail just underneath the connector, not underneath the part that's on the board, just pull it up just like that and it'll pop out. Okay. Sometimes you can just pull out just by pulling the cable, but a lot of times it's really hard to do that. See, if I pull on it, it takes a lot of force, so it's a lot easier if you actually just pop this piece on one side. Okay, so that's how you remove the screen connector. And that's pretty much all there is to this. It looks like you can remove the trackpad. There's 3 screws holding it in place right there. And then the touchpad buttons are here. Actually, this cable is not for the touchpad buttons. It's just for the LED board. So the touchpad button is actually part of the trackpad. And this metal plate here has a little part protruding that pushes it when you press it down. But that's pretty much all there is to this. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is a 2.5-inch SATA slot. So this one has been upgraded to an SSD. For some reason, the connector is like slightly too big or something for these SSDs. So when you put it back in, you do have to use a lot of force. If you're upgrading to one of these SSDs, some of them might not go in easily. So make sure when you're pushing the hard drive onto the connector that you push on this side, so that way you're not putting all the stress from pushing the SSD on onto the pins here. So I just push the 2 layers to squeeze the 2 layers together like this. All right, and that's how you get the SSD or hard drive changed. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helped you. If it did, please like and subscribe because that'll help me. And thank you for watching. Bye.